already starting to count some of those votes, but we'll try and see if we can speak to some of them. And then we'll come to CC Diaspora. And then I'll come back to you, DJ Prof. So please go ahead, Mambo Shoshe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you being here. It has been a long day indeed for Change Radio. We started in the morning seeing and broadcasting what was happening in all the 8 wards that CCC is participating in. As you know, we have by-elections in Kariba. In Kariba, in fact, we have 3 wards that are going for by-elections there. And in Kariba, people there are very organized. As you saw in our program in the morning, they managed to give us the numbers of people that had turned up to vote, in their categories, male figures, female figures, and the total number of figures by 1 p.m. We are going to get a hold of them so that they give us the final numbers that are actually turned up to go and vote. So we are going to be speaking to Mayor or former Mayor Masendu, who is in Kariba. But we have 3 wards there that we are expecting results. Voting is closed at 7 p.m. And the other ward that is on by-elections is in Mount Darwin. And yes, there's been a big fight there. I was talking to leader Ellen Shiriedenga, our deputy election secretary. There were some cases of voter manipulation and violence in Mount Darwin. But we'll cross over there, the people that are there that we're going to talk to. And then we have a by-election right in the heart of Mutare, Chikanga, Danga, Mvura, where we have Councillor Sekai. We spoke to her in the morning, and she just posted a few results on our group because Councillor Sekai was being supported by North America Province, and she has already won one of the wards or one of the polling stations. She has posted a win there. Chikangadanga Mvura has the most, after Mount Darwin, is the most polling stations. They have 16 polling stations in Chikangadanga Mvura, but she has already won one of them, and we'll be talking to her. And we'll also be talking to VP Karenyi. She'll be joining us here soon because she also voted in that ward because she belongs to that ward. And she will also give us an update of a rally that she addressed today. You can see how busy CCC is. So from Mutare Dangamvura, we have another by-election in Mutasa near Rusape. We'll also get updates from there. Mutasa was well supported, very well supported, one of the most supported wards by South Africa, by our South Africa province. We want to thank you, South Africa, for what you did in Mutasa, in Makoni rather, not Mutasa. And then we have another by-election in Mutasa, which was supported by New Zealand. New Zealand did a good job there. We appreciate you, but we'll try to get hold of someone who is on the ground who will be giving us updates as to what is going on in Mutasa. And then, of course, the big news is happening in Chitungwiza, where Councillor Maiko, the former mayor, is battling it out with ZANU-PF Councillor Mulambo, and there have been orgies of violence there, as you have been seeing on social media, on Twitter. There is a lot of violence. When we spoke to Councillor Maiko in the morning, he did confirm, even before the violence, that ZANU-PF was shipping people from as far afield as Seke, Rural District Council, and some from Harare, and they were all, being given beer in one of the bars that is owned by Mulambo, who is a ZANU-PF candidate there. So we are not surprised because we had already been told in the morning that the people, the ZANU-PF youth, were being given beer at that bar, and obviously for the purposes of causing violence and destabilizing the counting of votes in Chitungwiza. So we'll be getting in touch with Councillor Maiko and our Minister for Diaspora, Secretary for Diaspora, Mr. Clifford Saswayo, is also there giving support. SG Wende was also there, and I think he's also there. And the MP for that area, Honorable Job Scala, he was there. There were reports in the morning that were saying that he was arrested, but we confirmed that he was not arrested, but he was, the police tried to arrest him, but that did not materialize. He was not arrested, and he is still there supporting. He's a councillor supporting the Triple C leadership in Ward 7, Chitungwiza. So I don't know, Prof, if you've managed to get hold of any of these people, would like now to start and talk to them. I've invited VP Karenyi to come, and I know she'll be joining us soon. Over to you, DJ Prof, if you have anyone that you have, and then we'll go to CC Diaspora. Or maybe before you come, I know you're still trying to get them. Let's go to CC Diaspora.
Greetings, Mambo Soshede. How are you?
Diripo, dog Munisei.
Right, into Farache so for Batan name Pachrom. Elections that were happening today. Victorious. That's what we are hoping for. So I will hand over to DJ Prof. Then we'll continue the discussion since you said he has got some guests who are waiting through his handle.
Okay, thank you so much. Leadership, people are still running around trying to sort issue of vote counting and stuff. You know, if you are a candidate, you'll be jittering all over. I tried to hold Councillor Sekai Chirodzade in Chikangadanga Mvura. She is on the run trying to sort out. Remember, Chikangadanga Mvura is one of the largest ward in Zimbabwe with almost 16 polling station or 16 wards, if I'm not mistaken. So we are trying to. I'm also trying to get hold of the minister himself, the Minister of Diaspora, Comrade Clifford Tochayo, who is in Chitungwiza as we speak, and also he can give us the update of the violence that has been just spoken. The Triple C Diaspora I just mentioned just now. If you give me at least maybe 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be able to give you feedback, and I'm also able to get hold of the people that. But as soon as I just get hold of them, and I'm sorry, whoever will be speaking at that time, I'll ask the request to give the platform to the person speaking. Thank you.
Thank you there, DJ Prof. I think what we might do in the meantime is just ask people to come on if they would like to come on and speak, or come on and share their view about the violence that you have witnessed. I think the violence we have witnessed today is a good case for the action that is being planned in Zimbabwe on the 9th of May. So the Shutdown Zimbabwe. I was reading a lot of tweets. In some camps, we say, well, what is the point of the shutdown? Because people work for themselves. So Zimbabwe is largely informal sector. But I think it's a peaceful protest, and it sends a message to the regime that the people have had enough. Enough is enough. Because the level of brutality perpetrated against innocent citizens is unacceptable. But it will not deter the CCC. So people have continued. The elections have finished, closed. People are counting, and we're just holding and hoping for success, so that we can celebrate together the change, or the wave of change that we are seeing in Zimbabwe. Taking into account that the CCC was born on the 24th of January, but look at the milestones that they've achieved with the first by-elections, now the second by-elections, and we're not stopping. We are pushing ahead. We are forging ahead, because change is overdue in Zimbabwe. I'm just going to pause there and then ask maybe my social CC Diaspora to come in.
Okay, let me. I was just texting with Councillor Sekai in Mutare Chikangadanga Mvura, and she just sent me some results here that we're going to announce, and she'll come on board. I think in the next 10-15 minutes. She's still running around trying to collect the results in the 16 wards that she is manning. So the first results, she has said here, polling station 1, Tawina Pamurawa. Triple C has got 59, Alliance, MDC Alliance 0, ZANU PF 20. So Councillor Sekai Mukoza has taken that polling station, and then polling station, then the Murawa, the other polling station is Triple C 64, ZANU 49.
Chief, sorry to cut you. The minister would like to speak just a few seconds.
Yes, please go ahead.
Continue.
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead, Minister.
Yeah, good evening, Zimbabwe. Good evening, our viewers and the listeners. We are excited that the citizens, they themselves, they are very resolute in terms of reclaiming their right to select, to elect their leaders, and they are also determined to defend their cause. I think you've heard what has happened here in Chikwisa, where ZANU-PF was instigating and perpetrating violence against the ordinary citizens, against the voters, and targeting our candidate, Alap Momaiko. We are very certain that we are going to win. Counting is the election agent of this world. They are working very hard. They are working a lot of time to make sure that the people's vote is safeguarded. We are just waiting for the official announcement of the results, but I must say that the mood here in terms of the citizens, we are in a joyful mode where we've managed to safeguard and defend the vote. against all odds. ZANU-PF is a rogue political party that survives and sustains itself from, causing harm and causing, pain on people. So our people here, they stood fast. They are very clear in terms of safeguarding the people's victory. So I must say that we are winning. We are on course. Everything is in order. That's when we can then people let themselves, but we are already in the celebration mode. The citizens, they want, we are going to win of any effort. So the people have said, people have spoken, and we are very much certain that we are going to win.
Thank you, Minister. I don't know, Change Radio, if you have one question for Minister, is very limited time.
I think it's just what is the mood on the ground? How are the people? How are the voters? What has the mood?
I beg your pardon?
So the question is, how are the voters? What is the mood on the ground? I think they didn't hear that part. Can you go ahead and repeat? Yeah.
No, I said the people that are just waiting for the finalization of the counting process. I said it has already started. So our polling agents are working inside. They are representing us. So we are waiting for the official process of counting and the official announcement of the result. But we are already in the celebration mode because the people, they know, the leaders, they know their choice, and their choice is the Triple C, represented by the last moment in WhatsApp.
Thank you so much. What about young people? Was there any evidence of young people, young voters?
So unfortunately, it looks like we are having network problems. But Minister, if you had the question, was there evidence that the youths came out to vote?
Hello?
Hello. So the question is, was the youth? Did the youth come out to vote? Was there evidence that the youth?
No, everyone. Yeah, everyone came out. It's an old suburb. What seven, is composed of more. I think the majority of the people in Ward 7 are the old ones. The elderly. They've participated in this process. The young people, middle age, everyone, came out. Obviously, the young ones, the majority of them, they registered just in this just ended this whatever so they were not allowed to vote in this by-election. But those who voted in 2018, they participated in this by-election. But as said, what happens in a suburb that is mainly composed of the elderly people, and they voted. They came out in their numbers, but young people are there also in their numbers.
Thank you, Minister. I know you didn't have time. Thank you so much. Host, over to you.
Thank you so much for that, Minister. You know, I forgot to share some news of what's
Yes.
happened in the UK. So yesterday we had our local government elections.
Leader, are you change radio, leader?
Yes.
Yes. I've got Councillor Sekai Mukonza here from Chikangadanga Mvura. We just want to get some few updates quickly before we go into details about. So she's going to give us details on Chikangadanga Mvura for now. Let's hear from a Councillor. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you are live now on our Twitter space. So we just want give us some few updates with regards to what is happening in Chikangadanga Mvura and other, basically Chikangadanga Mvura, your ward as a councillor. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Vanhu vachiri kuverenga, but izvozvizvi tine voting stations apedza kuverenga, and we are leading by far. Zvinhu zvedu zvakamira mushe. Tine about dzandanadzo right now is about 5 polling stations. Dzepamurawa and 2 dzepa-TM ne2 dzeku-St. Mary's so far, but takalida. I don't have the figures at hand right now, but takalida tinayo. I'll update you very soon kana ndane ma-details akakwana.
Okay, munotarisira kuti munenge mane mafigures zvenguvai zvekuti nekuti maZimbabweans vakatomirira pasi rose kuti vada kuziva kuti manumbers akamira sei. Handifungi kuti nhasi munhu anovata achida kutonzwa manumbers iwayo.
I think give us 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Be through.
Thank you so much.
30 minutes
but in general, how was the election day? Any incident of violence? I know in the morning you reported to Pamboya grade my posters, and you reported that to Zek it was sorted out. But as we go forward, any incident that happens after that?
No, everything went well. Hapana kana patambonzwa paita noise, and even pakuerenga pacho polling stations mune runyararo, zvinhu zviri kufamba zvakanaka right now. For now, all is well.
Wow, good news from Chikangadanga Mvura there. Thank you so much, Councillor. We'll come to you after 30 minutes, and maybe you can give us few numbers. We are much concerned about numbers, and Triple C. So thank you so much. We'll come back to you. Okay, that was Councillor Sekai Mukonza from Chikangadanga Mvura, one of the largest wards in the constituency in Zimbabwe. Ndo constituency kwa MP Mtseyami Ikokoko. So back to you. I think I'll try again to get hold of others, and then we'll come and give you updates. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that, DJ Prof. Isn't that wonderful news? Just to hear that the CC are leading, it's just one of the most, having faced the day that we had with some of the violence that we saw and read on Twitter in some parts of the polling stations, is absolutely good news. And we hope that in 30 minutes, we can all be celebrating. But before I call on the next speaker, the point I wanted to make was that what we witnessed in my borough, where I live, was for the first time I noticed a lot of young first-time voters, and we won the borough. But I shan't say what political party. But you know, we won the borough, and it was such good news just seeing young people, and it just reminded me of Zimbabwe. And the fact that to win 2023, we need our youth to go and vote in their numbers. And we've got the best practice of Zambia and what got Zambia to where they were today was because the youth went out and voted in their numbers. They'd had enough. And I think in this country, some of the young people I saw yesterday were first-time voters, and I think they'd had enough of what they were seeing in the country, and they wanted to bring about change. So we hope that what happened yesterday will translate to change in the general elections, and we hope that for Zimbabwe we can inspire our young people to go and register to vote. And when it comes to voting to the elections, that they are going out and that they are going to cast their vote. But we do know that the ZEC and their shenanigans will try to be partisan in their behavior and to try and work hard to keep the regime in power. But I think with the general mood that is in Zimbabwe, from what we are reading, is that people have had enough, and that it's going to be very difficult for the regime in 2023 to play their usual shenanigans of instilling fear in people, and that the people are going to be pushing back in whatever way they can. So thank you, DJ Prof. So I just come to you, CC Diaspora, if there's anything you need to say before we go to Ruka.
I think we can go to Ruka. I think it's good that we are having these updates and a lot of them. So for example, Tangenamu polling station A, where Triple C is leading with 161, ZANU-PF 80, and MDC A5. Then there is this polling station B, where Triple C is leading with 209, and ZANU-PF is 54, and MDC Alliance or MDCT, 1 vote there. So if you check the trend, it's clear that ZANU-PF is being defeated big time, and the other MDC Alliance guys, the Monzora team, has become irrelevant. They talking about them. I think it's just a waste of time for now, because they are dead and buried. ZANU-PF with their few votes in Chitungwisa, I think they just need to get out, because they are failing to make an impact, despite the violence, despite the vote buying and everything. The citizens are tired, and through the vote, ZANU-PF can actually be booted out. So over to you, host.
Thank you so much. Shall we go to Ruka?
Good evening, citizens. I would like to start by acknowledging Chibaba here. Chibaba, we expect you to stand as a presidential candidate in your party. I know you've lately been talking about being a mayor, but that's too low for you. There's mediocrity in your party, and a man like you should stand and present himself to be a candidate. We expect you to be a candidate in 2023 and standing alongside Chamisa, because we need to have a politics of integrity, politics of meritocracy, not the current thuggery politics that we have, where if you don't support one party, you've got to be punished for that. So we expect people like you to stand up so that we sanitize our politics. Let's have politics of ideas, not politics of violence. Then with regards to the elections, colleagues, I would like us to look at the best case scenario. If we are to win all these council seats, what do they celebrate these results? What do they really mean? Because come 2023, we don't to present the interests of the citizens as they vote. Currently, we've got a lot of issues that need to be solved, and those issues are not on top of the agenda. I think we are tending to be measuring on the minors and minoring on the majors, because the issues of ZEC, the issues of the police, the issues of the militarization of our politics should be the forefront, and those are the issues that we should be addressing now. Even the issues of this shutdown. A one-day shutdown is not going to work. We need to have an indefinite shutdown where our requirements for the constitution to be respected are honored, because without that, we are going to have a 2023 compromised elections, and ZEC, as Pachido proved, the ZEC servers are controlled by the military. Even if we are to win these elections through these council elections, they don't mean anything at all. How do we ensure that the servers of ZEC are not under the ambit of the army? how do we ensure that the people who are going to be working under ZEC as the secretariat, as the chairpersons, as the commission of ZEC, are people of integrity? Because currently we don't have such people. And if we don't sort those issues now, 2023 may be problematic. That's my contribution.
Thank you, Ruka. I'm seeing that Chigunguru 10-1, these are all from Chitungwiza. Triple C, our representative, Maiko 268, and ZANU-PF 82. Over to you, host.
Thank you so much for that. I would like to bring on Mambo Shoshe, please, if you're still on the platform, to respond to Ruka. And I'd also like you, CC Diaspora and DJ Prof, to respond to that, to his comments. Thank you. I think Mambo Shoshe might have disappeared because he said you'll be in and out. So, CC Diaspora, do you have any comments, please?
Yes, definitely. Ruka is asking what is the benefit of all these wins, and what do the wins mean? If we win the councils, what do they mean? The first thing the first win that we have is all these are lessons for 2023. For example, ZANU-PF should learn that violence is not going to win them an election. As you have seen that they attempted to murder a polling agent, yet still we are going to defeat them in the election. People were buzzed from all over, and they were coming to intimidate people in Chitungwiza. And
Stop it now.
Ruka, can you mute for a minute? Then we'll help you with a response. So the first thing that we should understand is these are lessons for 2023. Violence is not going to win anyone in an election. In fact, the more the violence they try to do, the more the people are going to be fed up with them. So ZANU-PF, learn. Violence is not going to win you an election. That's the first lesson. The second lesson is all these wins are also necessary in showing that the people know their leaders. There is always talk that there is no leadership coming from different circles. But when there is an election and you see that Triple C is a representative there and we are winning, that shows that the people know their leaders. And that is very important when you are heading into an election. Number three, the third lesson that you learn, you discover that we had the likes of Douglas Monzora and MDC Alliance, who were trying to confuse the electorate, claiming that they are change agents when they are being used by their handlers, the regime, right? Right now, every citizen now knows that there is no use of voting people like Douglas Monzora and his political party, because he sold out and he has been a sellout. So it's a lesson as well that Pussy versus ZANU-PF, all the other guys who are trying everything else, we encourage ZANU-PF and Triple C, and Triple C will win with an overwhelming majority. That is another lesson. Then when the councillors start their work, they are going to see all the tricks of ZANU-PF as ZANU-PF tries to hinder the councillors from their work, right? And this shows also the citizens that if I'll give an example, in the city of Harare, where the mayor, the local government minister has more power than the mayor and the councillors, right? And all the tricks that ZANU-PF is using, right? They can only be exposed if we have got some people who are in there. That when we expose that ZANU-PF is doing this, the Minister of Local Government is doing this, it cannot happen if you have no councillor. If Triple C had 0 councillors in various wards, what it would mean is they would just say, they lost the election and that's it. And we wouldn't discover some of the stuff that is happening in the councils. So it is good that we have councillors and we win this so that we can diagnose some of the problems ahead of our major victory in 2023. Because in 2023, it's when we start running the country, it's not going to be experimental. We are going to be running the country straight from day one. And all the challenges that our councils are facing, the country is facing, we need to know them and find all the solutions beforehand. So every candidate who gets into the council is going to give us a different perspective on the problems that are there. The more the people, each person has got their own perspective, the more the people we have inside, the better the perspective we have. We'll be having a global overview of the stuff that is happening. So never underestimate the power of one ward, the power of one councillor. It will also make us believe in the vote, because there are some who believe that ZANU-PF is always going to get away with rigging and with shenanigans as always, right? When we beat them, when they are trying so hard, like in St. Mary's, where they are refusing people water in Chitungwiza. After refusing people water, they are putting violence there. They are testing their 2023 strategy, and it's failing dismally because we are still beating them, right? So what it means is every ward, every councillor whom we get is actually a true win, because we are going to have fresh perspectives into a lot of challenges. So there are many benefits of us having candidates right now. So we should never underestimate a win. When we win, we are supposed to celebrate, because that win shows that the people have made a choice and the vote still works. As long as we still win, it means the vote is still working. That's why we say register to vote, and mass, a lot of people should register to vote. On the voting day, go and vote, and on the after the voting, go and defend your vote. So indeed, every win is going to be a major win, because if we lose that person, their perspective on the problems in the council will be lost as well. So the more we have, the better. I don't know, Ruka, those are some of the perspectives that I can give you so that you understand why it is important for us to win. Over to you, host, or Ruka, if you have got a rebuttal.
Thank you so much for that. I'm just trying to bring on further. There's a speaker that has been wanting to speak and he keeps dropping out. But we'll come to you, Ruka, first. I'll see if I can bring him on later. Thank you.
Okay, so I just want to say to CC Diaspora that we seem to be playing into the gallery of ZANU-PF. They're actually conditioning us to think that we are going to win 2023 easily, and we're going to fall into the same trap as 2018. If we are to go, if the results of 2018 are to go by, you know that Chamisa said to have won the elections, but who was declared the winner? So as long as the military can change results, it doesn't matter how many people are going to vote. The whole population can vote, but if those results can be tampered with, we are going to be in the same position. So what we should ensure is that the integrity of ZEC is not compromised at all, because it doesn't matter who's going to vote. What matters the most is the person who's going to be counting those election results come 2023. So if that issue is not solved, I think what's becoming a problem for the CCC is we are becoming now overconfident that we are going to win, but we don't control ZEC. If ZEC is under control of somebody, surely that person can determine the results. That's the angle that we seem to be ignoring always, and that angle is going to cost us. We need to ensure that the integrity of ZEC is not questionable. ZEC should provide us with the true results as voted, not as expected by Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa himself knows that he can't win a credible election. That's exactly why they've got these shenanigans of people being murdered, people being beaten up. They know exactly who they are. That in a free and fair election, they don't stand a chance. But because they've got the military element, they've got that power to change the results. No matter how you vote, the results can be predetermined. If the military controls the results, we need to deal with that element, because if that element is still there, it's going to be problematic. Then come to these council elections. Even if we win them all, we all know that there's the July Moyo factor. No matter what the council want to do, July Moyo can just change that decision overnight. So that issue has to be dealt with as well. Because what we are currently focusing on, from my view, they remain minor issues. The major issues are the integrity of ZEC, the free and fairness of the public media as well. We should push for that. I know we've got now these alternatives of the spaces and all other electronic media that we can make use of. But we need to counter their propaganda of ZANU-PF through the public spaces as well. But the main focus should be on the referee for elections, because if we don't monitor that referee, come elections, they'll declare Mnangagwa the winner, even if he loses. Then you go to court, Malaba will be waiting for you to pay back for his extended term in office. So those factors, if we to go to Malaba, then the case will be closed. We are going to be victims of this regime for the next 5 years if we don't put our house in order and focus on the things that really matter. Because what really matters is a credible election. Thank you.
Thank you very much there, Ruka. I think, we hear you, and we know those issues, we know those challenges. Triple C leadership champions are always work through those. We have been to court on, I can't even count the number of times, but I think everyone on this platform knows, that there is no dictatorship in this whole world that will ever reform itself out of power. That is never going to happen. ZEC is never going to be neutral for as long as this regime is in power. And we need to get them out through the ballot. And that is possible to do. It's happened in Zambia. If millions go out and vote and defend the vote, they will be changed next year. Nobody wants the regime anymore, including their very own ZANU-PF people. They don't want them. The ones that make a lot of noise are those that are benefiting from the looting. Those youth that go and shout and scream are given $10 for that particular day, alcohol and cigarettes. So that should outrage us. I think those are the things we need to change, is the culture. We need to be thinking about how can we change the culture of those young people so they realize and understand that the country will never progress for as long as this regime is there, giving them pittance. That's what we need to be thinking about. We can talk about taking to court, doing all of those things, but this dictatorship is not going to do it. It relies on the army, it relies on the gun, it relies on violence. So we need to change. So I'm going to go to CC Diaspora. I'll shut up for now, and then we'll go to CC Diamond after that.
Yes. Thank you, host. I was just on a video call with Minister, where he was showing me the celebrations that have already broken out in Chitungwiza, where we can see that in the last polling station, which was on the last polling station, Triple C at 237, ZANU-PF 83. Then there were 4 spoiled papers and MDCA 9 votes. So celebrations have already started in Chitungwiza. There is no declaration yet, but it seems as if we are leading in all polling stations. Then let me come to the ZEC issue, but I can see that Sister Diamond has a hand up. I don't know if I should give a chance since she might be in a hurry. Then I will go and I'll come in and respond to Ruka after her. Go ahead, Sister Diamond.
Thank you very much, Mkomashiko. Thank you very much, Sister Patricia, and everybody else. I just wanted to pretty much say what Sister Patricia just said, and maybe I'll say it in my own words. To say everything that my brother Ruka has just alluded to is not news. It's not breaking news that we didn't know before. And it's not breaking news that ZANU-PF does not know. We clearly know the mere fact that we are talking about it pretty much means that we all know about it. And I'm sure as much as we are powerless, as much as ZANU-PF will not be able to reform itself out of power, I don't think, unless I'm oblivious of reality, but I don't think the leadership is actually folding their arms and sitting on top of them while all this is happening. We are doing as much as we can. The mere fact that at the particular moment, even with these by-elections that are happening, we are still coming through, we are still winning. Despite all the predicaments, Zamataura, what you just alluded to, we are coming through, Shakangodaro. It's pretty much a sign to me, in my layman's thinking, it's a sign to say people are fed up and we are going to vote this government out of power through the means that we are doing right now in the by-elections. Where is ZANU-PF today when we are winning all these by-elections? I would want to ask, where is ZEC? Where is the army? People are not, for lack of a better word, people are tired, people are fed up. If you talk about this whole voting business that's happening, what is happening right now is a tester. It's actually kind of practice. I don't know how did you put it? But as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of lessons to be learned both by ZANU-PF, by ZEC, by anybody who may be involved in this election. So for us to be dampened in spirit, for it to look like we are not doing anything, we are just wishfully thinking that ZANU-PF will wake up and go. And if everybody votes a CCC next year, like you said, Mkomaruka, if everyone votes, it will matter. It will definitely matter because before, when even we're talking about what we can do to kind of maybe educate our rural folk as far as all this violence that happened in 2008, 2013, 2018, and even the violence that's happening today, to say people, let's soldier on. And some of us have been within I don't know whether you've heard of anything called call to act. As little as that may be, as not useful, or for other people, they think it's waste of time. But it's things that we are doing that have never been done before to kind of try and maybe address some of the issues that you are talking about. People will vote, but before, when people voted, what happened? When I intimidate from our polling stations and they will run bizek because but we are saying, let's go as much as we can and do the little that we can while the leadership is busy doing. Because if you look at how many times we've been to court, I don't know if you follow how many times we've been. We know the judiciary system, I can't even speak, is captured. We know that, but where do we go? What do? We go to court, and sometimes even the rallies, sometimes we are stopped. But we are doing as much as we can. So for me, as much as this is small, I am in a celebratory mode to say ZANU-PF can see we are not stopping. And I would like to appreciate the people who are so positive-minded, people who are not oblivious of the fact that ZANU-PF will use all the tricks under the sun, including violence. People are going to die. We know this is going to happen. We know violence is still yet to come. We know this, but we are not going to fold our arms. We will do any little thing that we can do to make a difference, things that have not done in the past. We know ZEC is captured. We know the army is in control. Everybody knows, including leadership. They know all this. So guys, ngatingoramba itakashinga, that's just me. I just wanted to echo zvataurwa Sister Patricia to say, my sister, I think everybody is playing their part. Let's not tire. Ngatirambe takangodzvanya. Thank you, and thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sister Diamond. There, I can see Mambo Soshe is back. So you had been called upon. I appreciate Mama Michael is now here as well. If you can take the mic and the rest of the audience, will be happy. So over to you, Mambo Soshe. I think Sister Diamond summed up some of the effects that I wanted to make. Go ahead, Mambo Soshe.
Yes, thank you very much. And I'm in total agreement with Sister Diamond. We celebrate our small victories. We celebrate small battles so that we can motivate ourselves for bigger battles that are coming in 2023. Because I know some people will be saying, you are celebrating council elections and ZANU-PF is still going to be rigging elections. No, we do not look into that. We look at the efforts of the citizens. What are the citizens in Angamvura have done? What the citizens in Mount Darwin, citizens that have turned up in large numbers in Kariba, in Mutasa, in Makoni, and if they've turned up and we win the election, of course, we have to celebrate. And that's exactly what we are doing. I'm seeing the excitement in our North America group here because of the results that are being posted from Chikanga Dangamvura. It looks like Councillor Sekai is having a clean sweep there. I think she has now won about 6 or 7 awards already. And people are excited. People are excited because they were part of the victory. North America supported Chikanga Dangamvura. They also supported one of the Carib awards. And I know that UK also supported one of the Carib awards. Germany and Europe supported one of the Carib awards that is headed by Councillor Masendu, the mayor. And South Africa supported Makoni. New Zealand supported Mutasa. And Australia did a good job in Mount Darwin. So, I mean, why would we not celebrate when people have put effort, people at home and away have combined, have worked together, and we win these by-elections. So yes, we definitely have to celebrate. I'm trying to go through here and see if VP Karenyi has joined us. I've been trying to get her to come on.
Yes,
yes.
We'll hand it to the host. She's actually a speaker. Thank you for noting that. Host, over to you so that you can interact with Mama.
Oh, thank you so much. Welcome, Mama. Welcome to our VP. Thank you so much for gracing our space. We are going to give you the time to speak. She's connecting, so I think it's always a problem when people are calling from home. So as soon as she comes back, we'll just get her to speak. Please do go ahead, Mambo Shoshe, and then there's a lineup of other speakers after you. There's SMD and ABM 263. Oh, she's back. Please go ahead, Mama. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead, Mama, if you can hear us. I don't know if she can hear us.
VP, can you hear us? If you can give us a sign that you are hearing us. She has dropped again. We'll find means to make sure that she speaks. Go ahead, Mambo Soshe.
Yes, we really want to hear from VP Karenyi because she was one of the early voters. She actually voted in the morning before she went to address a rally. So we'd also want to hear how that rally, went. But I just want to mention something here. How Triple C is managing to spread out and still achieve results. We know that the champion-in-chief, President Chamisa, is in Matabeleland today, and he was there yesterday, and he addressed the successful rallies fully pegged with citizens there. And on the other hand, we have 8 by-elections that are going on, and we have triple C leaders that have been traversing the length and breadth of our country, going to help all those councillors so that they can, win back those council wards. And then at the same time, we had our VP.
Okay.
Okay, there she is.
All right, go ahead, Mama.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, VP. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry. It's only that I'm traveling from Chiredze east, so the network is up, down. But I think I can now hear you. Thank you very much. Good evening. Good morning to everyone. Good afternoon to the viewers. I just want to thank you very, very much. Firstly, I want to thank the support, especially for my ward, Yandamukira Ndichinovota, Ward 16 in Chikangadanga Mvura. And I'm happy to say your resources yaita zvakapfurikidza nekunaka. And I just want to thank you very, very much for that kind of support, because the polling agents were so happy, and even the citizens, they managed to come out in their numbers. I know very, very well that the numbers were not what I expected. I thought maybe we're going to have Vanu but because of voter apathy, recently we were also voting for the honorable member of parliament, and again we said to them, "Zokai futi muno voter for our record councillor." But out of all these issues, they managed to come out in their numbers, and they voted for our councillor Mkoza. And we have got some few polling stations left, which I think obviously we are going to clean sweep, because at the moment the results are so pleasing. Some of the parties are getting 0, Vana MDCT, 0, 1, 0, 1. And ZANU-PF but the Triple C, the citizens have done it again. And I just want to thank them very, very much and say, we have started the game, and we must run the race and finish it in 2023. The issue is about us going to register to vote and also going to vote. And the issue, I think, is we must continue to fight for these reforms. The reforms are very, very key for this come election 2023, especially the diaspora vote, especially the electoral reform issue of assisted voters. I know very, very well in the rural areas, the issue of assisted voter is costing us, and we will continue to fight for that reform, because this is where ZANU-PF is getting it. Because they always install fear through Masabugu, through Madzishe, so that people will also much the Wachino votera party of their party see their choice. So we must continue to make sure that we also help our people out there. And I know that your help yaenda kure kwakanyanya, because our people have managed to deliver, and through your support we have managed to deliver. Daimanga Musipo, it was not going to be easy for us, especially for my by-elections, because at the moment West Chitungwiza, after all the violence, people have managed to go and vote for Triple C, which means so far at the moment Triple C ndiyo iri kutaura kune language yekumusha zvinonzi ndiyo iri kurira at the moment. And I just want to say congratulations for everyone out there. And from where I was today, kumusha kunogo kuChiredzi East, and I know very well good it's just a rural constituency. Kure kwemachangani. What I was touched with is I became so emotional because the parents were saying, we have got our children. Varikuita uyu yavo Shona class as a language, but they don't speak Shona, they speak Changani. And it's very difficult for a son or a child to go out there and write Shona when it home asiri kudzidziswa Shona, and the teachers here havakwanisi kuvadzidzisa Chichangani. So in other words, it clearly tells us that our policies are not good enough, because the constitution is very clear to say we have got so many languages in Zimbabwe, and my languages are supposed to be respected. But today I've witnessed it, that in Chiredzi East, our children are being disadvantaged of their language. They are asked to write Shona when they are not even learning their language, which is Chichangani. So the issue is kunoku titorine basa rekuita, especially when Advocate Nelson Chamisa vakapinda into power, because we have got so many policies. This is the same area again yavari kuda kuya kutora kuti vape vanhu vaone kuita kurima huswa hwemombe. So you ask yourself kuti kana vanhu varida kubviswa kuitwa relocate kuti vaite huswa hwemombe vanhu vobviswa. Some are saying we've got some minerals here, they are just hiding behind the issue yehuswa, but they just want to come and mine minerals ari kuno, like the diamonds. So the issue is we have got so many things to fight for, because our people are being deprived. We have got my sugar plantations out here. Some of these farms, they are not even utilizing them. They are not utilizing them, which means their policies are not clear. You cannot just get a farm and you open the waiter telephone farming, which shows that government has failed. They have failed. We have got some bridges. Cyclone. Time year cyclone, not this phase year cyclone, the other cyclone, of which the government by now they were supposed to reconstruct these bridges, but at the moment the bridges are not even there, and we have got another bridge. Not every time and the government is not even giving attention to all those issues. So to be very honest with you, we have got so many things to implement, and we must work and we must unite and we must make sure that our people vanosimuka in numbers to register and also to vote, and also fight for this diaspora vote, because this area yemachangani, they have said vana vedu they work in South Africa, most of them, and they also want to come and vote. So we must continue to fight for it.
Over to you, host. Hey, Cyclone Eileen was a long time ago, VP. I think it was around 2000, 2004, between 2000 and 2004, and that bridge is not yet repaired. Over to you, Change Radio. Interact with the Mama Michael.
Thank you so much. It's really great to hear that. Is she still here, or is she through you?
She's here. Just talk to her. She's through me.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. We just wanted to ask what the mood of the people was. So, the people that were coming to vote, were they excited? Were they jubilant? Did you notice? I asked someone else that spoke earlier if they noticed young people voting today.
VP, did you manage to hear the question? The question.
No, I didn't.
So the question was.
I didn't, Jacob.
All right. So the question was, first, did you see young people coming out to vote, and what was the mood of voters today?
Thank you very much. The young people were there, but not in their numbers. The numbers is not pleasing for the young people, which means we have to do a lot of work so that we also encourage them to vote. But the mood was people were so happy because, like, when I went to vote exactly 7:15, most of the people, when they saw me, they were so excited. And I know of a guy who said to me, don't worry, Madam VP, yes, the number is not pleasing, but what I want to tell you is we are going to win because we are in the majority. And they've already done it, because seeing the statistics, to me, is a pleasing story to talk about. Because if it was not in our favor, but yes, the turnout was not pleasing, but the numbers were our number. So which means on our side, we have managed to deliver what we wanted to deliver, but we have got a lot of work to do to encourage these youngsters, because at the moment, those are the most disadvantaged group. And do not feel like by now they were supposed to rise and grow in their numbers, but they are not. And if you ask them, most of them, they can just say, bridge, we don't want teachers of vote up a general election, teachers of vote up a general election. But Isusu Wacho, as parents, we must now go out there and encourage them, because the issue is at the moment, they've resorted to go into the issue of drug abuse. Drug abuse here is hakuna no. Hello, Zico.
Yes, you are still on. You can go ahead. Has received a call or something, so it's cut off.
Okay, no, that's fine. Thank you so much. But I think she touched on a lot of issues there, didn't she? So I think to Ruka's question.
Maybe you can ask the question, then I will ask the VP. She's back now. Go ahead.
No, I was just responding to Ruka to say, did Ruka have any questions? Because he was the one that was talking about the fact that, he doesn't feel or sense that the leadership are fighting for reforms. So do you have a question for the VP, Ruka?
Well, I just want to say to the VP, I appreciate and acknowledge the effort that you guys are putting in to make sure that we turn the country yellow in 2023. But I would like to know if there are any other methods we are using beyond the courts, because we already know that the courts are highly compromised. Issues of ZEC being reformed is a key issue that we should not be taking through the courts. I think we should be taking through the courts of the people. We should be demanding now that ZEC should be independent. If we don't do that, that person who's going to count the results will still matter. So I'm saying, listen, what are we going to do to take away that power that the ZANU-PF has through the military to control ZEC and ultimately control the results? What power do we have? What are we doing to control that? Because that's a key issue for the elections come 2023. We would like to ensure that ZEC is going to give us the results as voted, not as appreciated by Mnangagwa. That's my question there.
I think I heard him. He's talking about issue to say, what are you doing in terms of the reforms? Did I get him correctly?
Yes, that ZEC is the counter sometimes determines the results. Is there anything being done beyond what is being done, maybe through the courts, about ZEC and about the army, to ensure that the 2023 victory is determined by the voters and not by ZEC?
Yeah, thank you very much. I know very well some of the things I cannot say it here because it's strategic. But the issue is, yes, we know very well. In fact, we have got no control, but we will continue to push for the reforms. That is why we have got Councillor Makoni and Ellen Shiriedenga, who have been up and down, trying by all means to fight for this reform, and we will continue to fight. And what I know is we are not going to get whatever we want at the moment, but we cannot stop it. We can continue. We will continue to fight because we need these reforms. But internally, we have got also some internal reforms, which we are also working towards on. Because at the moment, we know very well that munatarne chingwa pramuromo kumubvutira is what that is. But what we are supposed to do and what we are encouraging our voters is the vote yatichaita at the moment 2023 is supposed to be defended by you and me. How are we going to defend it? We are supposed to defend it by firstly going and register to vote. Then after registering, you must convert that registering to what? To be a vote. And after that, we must encourage our relatives and everybody to go and vote because historically people used to go and vote, but vasinganzwisisi vasingadi kuti zvinoti tichawina here manje tichaita sei. But at the moment, through these elections that elections, I got enough to say this new party, this new baby, the Triple C, I think Yakaita holds our future. And if they come out in numbers, what I know is if you go so the issue is if you go out in numbers, the people cannot rig. Again, the issue about polling agents. Staffing of the ballots is stop. Obviously, the rigging is not going to be easy. So we have got other internal reforms, which I strongly believe could, if we do it, we will not even cry because some of the loopholes, which I feel could those loopholes zikavarwa. Obviously, the rigging is not going to be easy. We can cite good example yeku Zambia. Reforms but the fact that they were so vigilant, the fact that they always expose Bakurigwa, the fact that they came out in their numbers, obviously they managed to win. That's the same route we are taking. And you know, Ziko, Patanga Tiriku Kuno Musanguleni. I know very well Kutivani Kuno. Now, but they said to us, what we want is just polling agents. If we have polling agents for all the wards and all the polling stations, obviously ZANU-PF will not rig. If they win, let them win with their actual number in terms of a polling station. But in terms of the constituents, they will not win because Negataita block the rigging in terms of my polling agents. So those polling agents and people coming out to vote, obviously to equalize to winning.
Yeah, definitely. Over to you, host.
So some really good news has just come in. Love Mo Maiko has just tweeted that he's won Zengeza. So really good news.
Indeed.
I don't know if anyone else has any questions for Mama. I know that there's Denford here. Mbo is here as well. Do you have any questions? Yellow T, any questions for Mama? Go ahead, Denford.
Okay, thank you very much, host. And I also want to thank VP for gracing us here. It's very recommendable we are happy that mostly I have been seeing on our spaces, and it's a sign that she's interacting with the broader communities in Zimbabwe in order for the movement to go ahead. The first thing that I've got two issues to talk about. The first thing is to do with the leadership is selflessness. To say kumhlanguleni ndinokuziva kuti it's part of the remotest places of Zimbabwe, and even mafambiro ekuenda ikoko it's very difficult kuenda ikoko. So the fact yekuti mama makwanisa kuva muri munofamba muchidarika mabridge aya kuenda kuna Chilonga, it's very difficult, and it's a sign that the leadership and vanhu vanoshandisa maresources tichida kuti zvinhu zviitike zviri kutoitika, tinoda kutenda chaizvo chiredzi nzvimbo iri kure kure chaizvo. That's a sign that zvinhu zvinoendera mberi, and then tinoda kufara futi nezvaitika kuchitungwisa and then kuma-by elections uku. But I wanted to I've noticed one thing that has been happening, especially to do with the actually it's not a question, but it's just a comment about what has been happening by elections. I'm told Honorable Scala could not be allowed to move around within the area and my elections. Why? Because he was being followed by my crowds, and it is a sign that these are some of the things that are happening during election. If these things together with violence are taking place within an urban society, what surely is going to be in store for us in rural constituencies come 2023? So, meaning to say, my comment is to say there's so much to work to be done, in particular in our rural constituencies, because if ZANU-PF can unleash violence, remember what happened some few days ago. There are a number of people from within us, Ward 7, Bakaroa and Vachansa, my t-shirts, Triple C. These are some of the very ugly faces, and we saw journalists being victimized. We saw one of our agents being also victimized. These are some of the issues. I can speak, but it's just a sign. There are a number of things that we have got to do. Thank you very much. I give other people a chance.
VP, would you like to respond?
Yeah, thank you so much, Zico. Thank you so much, my brother. For sure, kwataendako kumhlanguleni. Inini pachezvangu as a leader, I said to myself, I think we must continue to do this kind of programs because they were so excited. So excited. You know, speakers vachifara without anyone's help, and they managed to do it on their own. And they said, we don't need anything. What we just need is support to make sure that we have our polling agents in place, and also to have vehicles to run around on the day of the polling station. And they chingoti batsiraiwo nemota chero mbiri zvadzo dzinoita kuti
Hello, has she dropped off?
It's reconnecting. She was receiving a call, so it usually. So I think she will be back soon. So someone can speak, then we'll update her. Then yeah. So over to you, host. She has dropped. I will try to reconnect her again.
Thank you so much for that. So far we have won 3 wards. Champion Ellen Shirienenga has just shared some information. So far we've banked Zengeza Ward 7, Makoni Central, Chikanga Ward 16. She's just shared that. So we are waiting for 5 more. So yes.
Yes, she's back now. You can continue, Mama.
Okay, so I was saying, they don't need much. They just said to me, VP, I think in 2023, please consider us as a special case. Because for years, these chiredzis ndoda vanoita manipulate in terms of ballot stuffing. So I think as a party and as citizens, we must partner with them. Because they said if we manage to get, if you can even have 2 vehicles per constituent of those chiredzis, kuti vakwanise to deploy my polling agents in time and also to collect the results. They said surely mukadaro tinokwanisa kuclose the loophole of ballot stuffing. So I was so impressed, but I was so touched. Surely we have got people who want to work voluntary, but they are also not getting that kind of support in terms of kunyanya motikari dzekushandisa vehicles, because ukutumota tudiki hatusviki because the roads are so bad, and some of the roads, yes, ari kufambika because it's third road, but imagine kuti since ndabvako ndakupinda manje ndapinda mutriangle at the moment from that area. But ndasobva nguvai after we were released nevapurisa vanga vambonetsa in the morning kuti vanhu vasa leadership yanga iruda kuenda iri mumota mayo ikasungwa, but tanonoka kusvika zvedu, but they were still there. But after all these problems, vari kungoda zvavo help yekuti whoever can partner with them, vawane kind of those resources in terms of vehicles, in terms of manpower, polling agents. But in terms of organizing, they are well organized, and they just need support because the government iri kuda kuvaita displace, and vari kuti no, it's our right to stay patakaberekerwa nemadzitateguru edu, and as a party obviously we are helping them to make sure that zvinhu zvione kufamba, but in an actual they need our support and we must support them, especially on the election day nedei rekucollecta results. I thank you.
Over to you, host.
Thank you so much for that. I don't know if anyone has any more questions for VP. If you do have any questions, please do come through. I'm just trying to get Sissy Diamond to come back. I don't know if you have any questions for the VP or any comments. Please go ahead, Sissy Diamond.
Thank you very much, VP. Thank you very much, Mama. We always appreciate you, interaction. The visibility atinochemera from our leaders. That's the kind of leadership that we really appreciate so much. And I know a lot of people appreciate your presence. If there is anyone another partner, we've heard Mama speak right now. She's spoken about the same issue. And it's also when we call ourselves acting women, atingoda kunzwa tonyarara. Kana pana aripo zvakada kuti partner neni kuti izvo tigone kuprovide at least mama vatidai pakawanika kana dziri mota 2 kana ndikaonawo 1 or 2 tinogona kuti titsvage motikari yekuti provide for this particular place that mama is talking about. And I'm more than willing. And Sister Patricia, work with me so you remind me near a time kuti mota yakudiwa not mota ziya dzakudiwa. If there is anybody another that to come on board to send that 2 or 3, and we can easily do this, guys. Let's support a very worthy cause. I mean, if people are willing to work, Domagamba, my foot soldiers are the true heroes because they are going through the hardships that we are not. I definitely appreciate the hard work that we are putting in Isusu as a diasporans and everything. But guys, if you think of the foot soldiers who are trying by all means, and but they are willing to work for the change that we are all desperate for. So come through. My DM is open, and Mama, I promise today to say, anoda ake, come, kanandazo shayandi nongoita zvangu ndega, but it would have been nicer kana tikabatirana pamwe chete, it becomes easier. Kuti tiningikine, ti provide, at least tikakwanisa 1. motikari 1 tinenge tabatsira, and then kana paine group of other people who want to, and I'm putting my name to it. And I wanted to do this while Mama is listening, to say we've heard you, we've heard your plight, and we are going to have to act upon it. Thank you very much. Sister Patricia, please, please, please keep in touch, keep in contact, so that nearer time we can fulfill this promise. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I was just about to, I've actually asked, there are 2 people already that are going to be part of your team. So one of them is Fiona Manani, one is John Manganye, and they really want to support this. I was asking them to come on the space, but I think they are busy tonight. So I will connect them to you, Sister Diamond. I'll do that. Thank you so much. Now, I can't even remember who was who on the queue now. Diaspora Affairs, do you know who's to go
Yes,
next?
JT came first, so maybe we'll have JT talk, then we'll have VP to respond.
My sister Diamond, thank you very much. Montibata said, you know me, your brother. So I'm not sure. And then ndapinda a bit late. So so yeah, let's link up and yeah, I'm in. Yeah, sorry. Go and co-host. I think you wanted to say something.
No, finish up after you, JT.
Yeah, so no, I was saying my sister Diamond, and I don't know what area and what's required, but please update me and Tobatana, and we can work together in that. Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. Tosangana ku DM, vanoda uye ku DM, tingoita zvedu kanhinkini kedu kagroup kedu. Who knows, maybe togona kuto provide more than 2 dzataurwa namama idzodzo. But definitely, Mama, you've got our word. Thank you.
You can go ahead, VP, and respond.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's only good and now identify Vatanga initiator, and also we have supported. But allow me to thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart, because I was just speaking nekubatkana nekuona kwandabva and nekuona the terrain of our constituency iyoyo. So I was in Chiredzi South today. Ndiyo iyoyo inobata kune sugar, kune nzimbe kuya kuya. And for those who know Chiredzi, vanonyatsonzwisisa kuti this is the same constituency where ine imwe polling station yatakatambura kuitsvaga kuti tione kuti iri papi, and this is where the rigging pavanotongoita. So thank you very, very much for helping us, and also kungo partner ikoko kuti no, let's give this vehicle ibatsire vanhu, because we have got so many people, my foot soldiers who wants to help this party, but anenge asina mukavacheka vanokwira makombi from point A to point B, which is not even safe for them. So motikari idzodzo dzikavapo, honestly, take it from me, we will deliver, because 2023 is around the corner. We are already in the election mood. Tomorrow I'm going to Chiredzi South. So we will deliver. And what I know is with your help and what you are seeding, we will get the results. We will deliver. What I know is vote rigging close, especially for ballot staffing, to make sure that every polling station in a polling agent, to be honest, it will be a game changer. It will be a game changer, because kubapa na agenda isinyori, vanobata sina agent. So remember last time patakaita election, and the election department yakataura kuti we have got some challenges dzatakaita dzanga dzine polling stations anga asina kumira zvakanaka, but now if we deliver kuti every polling station in a agent, obviously it will be brother, and for those who also want to partner, I just want to thank you because my experience my elections, I managed to win at Manmani West in 2008 because Tangati Nema partners, partner in terms of vehicles. And what I want to tell you is in Manmani West and East, Taga winner as a 2008, but the Akana Manmani West. Why? Because we had managed to go in each and every polling station, Tikatorana results, Edutega. And tikanoannounza command center tichivauza kuti polling station polling station yakati taane these results, and the collection of the results is very very important rather than kuzongoisirwa pamafoni. So those vehicles will play a role because they will go around to make sure that they deliver the results. So thank you very very much. May God bless you. May God increase your territory.
Yes. So Sister Diamond, JT, and the others, you have heard for yourself. You are being thanked. Yellowtown, then Mkoma, Washington. Then we'll go back to VP. Yellowtown first, then Mkoma, Washington. If Yellowtown is not here, let's go to Mkoma, Washington.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Thank you, host. Thank you, co-hosts, the speakers. Mami, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the work that you are doing out there. Without you, I don't know what we would have done, and what Triple C leadership is showing that what we were looking for. This is what people were looking for, leaders who lead from the front, and it's happening. We really, truly appreciate you. I don't have much to say, but I just want to say, Triple C, congratulations. It starts in small packages, and the confidence grows. We've got less than a year or just over a year to go to the next elections, and we still have a lot of work. But what has been done since the 26 elections, it's a sign to show that people are pregnant out there. They want to give birth, and this is the results. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mkoma, Washington. Yellowtown, are you there? Okay, it looks like Yellowtown is not there. I have another question via inbox that, or rather a suggestion that those remote areas, like where you had a rally today, can they be given priority during the twinning? Unfortunately, it's reconnecting. When she's back, I will repeat. So let's go to Ndabazeswe whilst we are waiting for VP. Mr. Vicky. Mr. Vicky can't hear me. Host, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. So I don't know why. Is that Ndabazi? Ndabazeswe, Vicky.
Yes. And Yellow as well can't hear me.
Yeah, Yellow. Maybe Yellow is doing something else. Maybe they are juggling. You know, sometimes people are working and they are listening in. But you know, DJ Prof is here. We don't know, he hasn't spoken in a long time. DJ Prof, did you want to come in and make some comments? We've talked a lot about a lot of things, and I noticed that, you know, you've not come in a while.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Leader Chinyoka. Ndabata Zakari Kansela from just hold on, Councillor. Just hold on, Councillor. You are going to get in now. Councillor from. Hello, Councillor Masura say. Hey, Tadzoka, Tamira, I think it's best to use that. We oh God. We have received some great news from your side. Yeah, we have received great news from your side. People are listening. They want to hear from the horse mouth. Kuti zvakamira sei ikoko.
Alright, makuda mafigures anditi. Alright, mirai ndikupe so far tasarwa polling station 1 ipapo ibhula heights isati yatipa.
Okay.
St. Mary's AA Triple C 61. ZANU PF 21. MDC Alliance 0.
Okay.
St. Mary's BA Triple C 69. ZANU 23. Alliance 0.
Tirukunzwai. Yes, continue.
St. Mary's BB Triple C 62. ZANU PF 23. Alliance 0. St. Mary's AB Triple C 66. ZANU 29. Alliance 0. TMA Triple C 81. ZANU PF 26. Alliance 1. TMB Triple C 54. ZANU PF 21. Alliance 1. TMC Triple C 81. ZANU PF 26. Alliance 1. Murawa BB Triple C 64. ZANU PF 54. Alliance 2. Murawa AA Triple C 49. ZANU 23. Alliance 0. Murawa BA Triple C 72. ZANU PF 52. Alliance 0. Murawa AD Triple C 59. ZANU PF. Hello.
Yes, continue. We are hearing you.
Okay. Tati Murawa AD Triple C 59. ZANU 20. Alliance 0. Murawa AC Triple C 70. ZANU 16. Alliance 0. Murawa AB Triple C 67. ZANU 21. Alliance 3. Then Murawa BC Triple C 64. ZANU 42. Alliance 1. Beulah Heights polling station AB Triple C 78. ZANU 5. Alliance 0. So we are left with one polling station at Beulah Heights. Results right now.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, ndokukunda zvine mutsindo kwatani chambotaura panapa. But Musati Mava, thank you for the numbers, but we just want to hear people vanoda kuziva kuti tinoziva kuti pakune voter apathy, and the VP has just said here kuti voter apathy yanga yakanyanya ikoko, asi toda kuziva kuti pamayouth apa ndimaswera muri paground mayouth votes anga akamira sei?
Pamayouth tichine dambudziko rakakura zvekuti mayouth edu haana kuuya kovhota, haana, just a small number ndio yanga ichitouya, but mayouth edu tine basa rekuita.
Mungazivawo mareasons sakansela wemuwadi, mungazivawo mareasons evechidiki mucommunity kuti vari kuti chii?
Ya pataimbofamba tichikambena apa mayouth aitaura nyaya yekuti vazhinji vavo havana zvitupa, vamwe vacho vanazo vacho havana kurejista kuvhota, but dambudziko zhinji nderekuti havatobatikani nezvinhu, vari kungoona zvinhu zvese kunga zvingori right kwavari, vari kufamba vachitaura kuti zvinhu kana dai tikavhota hazvichinji, sinzi zvakaamba kuvhota zvinochinja here, but isusu tiri kuvataurira, taivataurira kuti imimi itai penyu, then zvimwe zvacho zvopedziswa.
Maybe last strategy yamuda kushandisa, maybe musingazvipinde zvenyu into details, strategy yamuda kuzoshandisa going towards for 2023 kuti mayouth ari kuti isusu tine zvitupa but hatisi kuda kuregister kuvhota kana kuti hatisi kuenda kunovhota? Mune strategy here yamufunga kuti toda kuishandisa kuti manumbers edu atinawo awedzere?
Ya strategy tinayo hatishaiwi. Yatinayo ndeyekuti ndeye door to door. Tiine mamwe mayouth atinofamba nawo achifamba achikurudzira vamwe wavo kuti endei munoregister kuvhota, wachivatsanangurira zvakanakira kuregister kuvhota. Isusuwo futi sevabereki strategy yedu ndeyekutaura nevabereki kuti uona kuti mwana wako iwewe above 18 years aregister here kuvhota. Kana asina mubereki ndotori nebasa rekuti ukonvinze mwana wako, nekuti maiwe panext door haugoni kukonvinza mwana anogara nevabereki wake.
All right. Ndisati ndakusiyai leader, we have got some hosts panapa vandinavo. Maybe vangada kunge vachibvunza mubvunzo one or two to you. Back to you host. Kana pane mibvunzo ida kubvunzwa nevanhu vanokwanisa kungobvunza. This is Councillor Sekai Mukodza from Chikangadanga Mvura ward.
Thank you. Handina hangu mubvunzo asi tiri kungoti nyaya yatiri kuramba tichingonzwa ndeyekuti vechidiki vedu vari kukundikana kuparticipate muma-elections. I think basa guru ratinofanira kuita nderekuti tingawane zvii zvatinofanira kuita kuti kazhinji kana vana vechidiki vachiona kuti hapana zvinhu zvinokwanisa kuvabatsira vanonyanya kusaita kuda kuve involved. Saka it's maybe thinking of what we can do for them.
Okay. So let's excuse the councillor. Maybe we come back I'm trying to get hold of councillor in Kariba. Councillor Masendo, I think we will get hold of him and then things of Shakamira say ikoko. For now, thank you so much, Councillor Sekai Rambai Muchi Roabasa. I think you are ready for celebration now.
Yes, thank you.
Noted. Thank you so much. Right, that was our councillor from Chikangadanga Mvura, Councillor Sekai Mukonza vachitaura vari ikoko. So back to you, Triple C Diaspora.
Thank you, Professor, for that. That's ndokwa fumirwa na Mama Maikore in the morning. That's where she went in the morning to vote. That is our VP's councillor, actually, and they were enjoying the numbers as they were coming. Unfortunately, hello, so you had the numbers.
Yes, hello.
Yes, you had the numbers from your councillor as she was reading. I had several zeros there and some efforts. Okay, it looks like the network keeps jumping us. But generally, that's the ward where our VP comes from, and that's where she voted. Yes, VP, can you hear me now?
I'm now hearing you.
Yes. So we're saying you had the numbers, several zeros, some effort by ZANU-PF, but definitely we are going to win this one. Your comment on the delivery by your councillor. Yes, go ahead, Mama. Your comment on the results from your councillor.
No, I'm so excited because kuti kwandanga ndavhotera ininiwo as an individual, I was expecting a win, and she has been working very, very hard, and I just want to thank her so much with the campaigning team and the Chikanga Ward 16 citizens vasimuka in their numbers, because you know that's the ward Yandagaita Councillor 2003. And I did not finish my term. I stayed there, I think, for about 2 years only. And you know, as an individual and as a vice president of Triple C, I was just saying to myself, manje tikaruza. Then people will start to say, koranga achite ikoko, you know. So I'm very, very happy, and I just want to congratulate Councillor Sengoza, because what I know is what the few obviously is going to be a win. So I just want to thank Kabasira, especially the the chairman of his executive, Ukakuma youth, Kumazimai, my branches are all I don't want to mention by name, but what I know is Vata Batira Zakanyanya and their help Yaenda a long, long way. It is their win. I must congratulate them and say congratulations, North America. Thank you very, very much. May God bless you.
Indeed, I am sure that they were hearing for themselves. Advocate Munangu, you can go ahead, interact with the VP.
Okay, thank you so much, Claude. I don't know if I am audible.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. We had several issues of violence, quite a number of cases of violence, especially in Chitungwiza. I saw certain pictures during the noon and even during the evening. ZANU-PF terrorizing members of the Triple C. Actually, I can say terrorizing and brutalizing those people who were taking care of the voting system under Triple C, agents of the Triple C. So my question is, as the leadership of Triple C, Madam VP, what are you currently doing so that we can be able to safeguard that, we can be able to refrain from that old system? What are the measures that you are putting in place in order for us to avoid this to happen next time? Because we always want young people to be agents. We always want citizens to volunteer as the agents. But if we witness today one of the agents being brutalized, one of the agents being terrorized, it might be very difficult for one to volunteer, even in the 2023. Remember, this is the challenge that we have as an opposition. Sometimes we fail to send the agents in some areas, especially the remote areas. And we are witnessing this happening in Chitungwiza, just few kilometers from Harare. So that's my question, basically. What the leadership is currently doing in order for us to be safeguarded in come 2023 as agents in the citizens' life.
Thank you, Advocate. Mama, you can go ahead and respond. The issue of violence, especially against polling agents, like we witnessed in Chitungwiza. What is being done towards 2023? If you can answer that.
It's a very difficult question to respond, especially on this platform. But the issue is Isusu Tisuari on the receiving end of violence, and Isusu, we are a peace-loving party. We cannot fight back, but issue to resort to the issue of course. But someone would say, "Makosa acho anokubatsira ichi," which is very true. With the selective application of law, but it's also on our side. We'll continue to push that. But as a man, obviously, the question is, how are we going to defend ourselves? kuti tisawanawo tichirowa. So the issue is the moment we react into violence, obviously nyika ichatogoverneki zvakawanda because we are in the majority. Tinopedzisira takutoita noise, vanhu vese votopedzisira vakushaya zvekuita. But isusu as individuals and also as a party, we will continue to fight for justice, and justice will prevail one day. But we are also going to defend ourselves. We are going to defend ourselves.
Yes, thank you so much, Mama. Yellow Town, you are back now. Are you able to speak now?
Yes, I can speak. Can I?
Yes, go ahead.
Thanks. So I wanted to respond. I think always I see people posting, asking the leadership, what are you doing about this? What are you doing about that? But it's our responsibility as citizens to deliver change for ourselves. It's not for any leader. It's not for anyone else. It's our country. If we vote in a new president today, if he brings good, it's good to us. Whatever he brings to the country is brought to us as the citizens of that country. So it's our patriotic duty to participate in all these national programs, in particular elections. So my point is that before we ask what leadership is doing, it's our duty to do whatever necessary, whatever we think the leadership should be doing. For example, in the issue of violence, the leadership is there, maybe here and there to give guidance. But we cannot wait for the leadership to respond to something that happened to Chitungwiza, to something that is happening in Mbudzi there, in something that is happening in Chegutu. It's us citizens. We have the duty to defend ourselves, to defend others. It's us citizens. We have the duty to defend the vote, to secure our future. It's not about the leader. It's not what the leader is doing. It's not what CCC is doing. As long as we all want to see this change, we all want to see this Zimbabwe, this free Zimbabwe, then we have to collectively work towards attaining that freedom, to work towards attaining that. There is a lot you can be doing as a citizen, but you don't just have to ask what the leadership is doing, what CCC is doing. What are you doing as a person? That's where everything should start. Thank you.
Thank you. I still hear diaspora. CC diaspora.
Yes. So let's go to Teach and Triple C NAP. Then we'll go back to the to VP so that she can respond to the comments.
What about the advocate? Had he spoken? I think I lost track there.
Yes, advocate spoke.
Thank you.
Yes. So Mahachi Teacher, can you go ahead? Then after that, Triple C NAP.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I personally would like to commend Madam VP for the tremendous work she's doing. I heard you speaking about Chirezi. This is one of the strongholds of ZANU-PF. Mama kwamuri kubata bata urikuita basa rinotyisa. I personally come from Mwenes, ndokumusha kwangu. And zvinondirwadza When I read, when I see what is happening in terms panovhotewa, results anobuda ikoko haambonakidzi. So I'm just saying, mama, ikoko rambai makadzvanya, rambai muchipinda-pinda mukati chaimo chaimo. And ndinofara kune vari kuvolunteer kudonatawo motikari ikoko. Inini I'm one of the guys who is ready because I'm tired of where I am right now. I'm willing to go back home and mobilize the youth kuti basa rienderere mberi. Ndinofara kwazvo mukapinda futi mapindiro amuri kuita munana Chiredzi, go in as well munzvimbo dzemwenezi, munana Neshuro, Maranda, Rutenga. I heard you once came there, but I'm just saying, mama, continue doing the good work. Zvinotiitira zvakanaka kunzvimbo idzodzo ndo kwakabata zano kwakawanda-wanda plus ikoko tunenge tuchinyeperwa vanhu kuti if you vote for opposition, they're gonna chase you out of the maprazi mamuri imomo. So vanhu vari kuda kudzidziswa vakanyanya kusara ikoko. So mama, keep on doing that good work. Tinopinda chete, tinopabuda apa, panobudika. Thank you.
Triple C now.
Thank you so much, Leader Ziko, and good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon to VP Kore and to all the citizens out there. I just wanted to give a shout out to all the citizens who voted today. We had another resounding victory, and the citizens are speaking very clearly about the direction they want the country to go. Saka vatononokerwa ne-2023. It's sad that there's still some Zimbabwe citizens who think that violence will give them anything. And I hope that these results tell them that violence, no violence, the citizens will be respected. And I hope all of us as citizens will work very hard to make sure that there is no doubt in 2023. We register, we vote, we defend the vote, we contribute, we participate. Someone mentioned leadership playing a role. It's not just the leadership, it's everyone. Each and every one of us, we have a role to play. And everything we do is going to make a difference in 2023. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Triple C NAP. I can see there is VP, you are back. Can you respond to the three speakers? They made mainly comments. There was no question. Can you respond to them? Then we'll move on to the next speaker.
Yeah, I just want to thank them very, very much because those were questions, those were comments. And I really want to appreciate, and I just want to assure them that it's also as my foot soldiers, we are ready to fight for this battle. And with your help, I know we'll get there. And what I'm excited of is ndafara zvokuti I don't know the excitement yangu ichaperera pasi, because I was saying to myself, if people can manage kuti vaitire twin and also help our people kumusha kunoku, inini ndo zvinondifadza kupfuura zvimwe zvese. Because as my brothers has been saying, the issue is about defending the vote, the issue is about make sure that let us safeguard our vote, kunyanya pa ballot stuffing. And those vehicles, obviously will get there. And we can partner in so many things, because kumba kunoku tunhu twamunoti imi matuna basa ka kunoku zvine basa rakanyanya. So what I want to assure you is we will continue to work, and kuti munyatsoona kuti we are committed. Kunoku kumbaka ndofunga for those vanga vari kunzwa ndiri kutorivhesa mota kunoku it's 22:17 and ndiri kupaka kuti ndichiwana kutsvaga pekurara this hour. So ndiri ngoda kungoti showa kuti this is the commitment yatiinayo, kuti kubva makuseni wabva na7:30 kwamutare uchiri kungodriver and you are now there kuti one no time to rest. And Those are the for partnering. Thank you so much. The way you deliver that, I feel very, very comfortable to also give us some ideas because you supporting. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to Tashinga, then Mambo Sose. Then we give time to our host to appreciate VP so that she can go and rest. So Tashinga, Mambo Sose, then back to host. Tashinga, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you are clear.
Thank you. And Richard Shinga, I'm speaking from New Zealand. So I was really proud to hear Kuti Mutasa South, which we helped. We were twinned with Mutasa South, have won their Nengi. Our candidate there has won his seat. So that's really pleasing to hear. I did hear the VP. One point I wanted to suggest, Kuti, she pointed out Kuti Chirezi is a rigging is a rigging resource ZANU-PF. So maybe there should be a proper analysis of all other constituencies Takadaro so that we can help or resources can be found to try and help. Because I know Kuti, there has already been people found to try and help Chirezi. I think Diamond is trying to get people together to get 2 vehicles for them. So I think that is needed for many other constituencies, rural, so that we have a proper plan for supporting those constituencies. Then just to appreciate, Kuti, the VP is still up here at such a late hour. It's really good to see. Thank you for leading from the front. I will keep it short. I will stop there.
Thank you, Mambo Sose.
I kind of missed a lot of discussions because I'm juggling between work and trying to make things happen in our country. But let me just appreciate our VP for being up so early in the morning. I know she was one of the early birds to go and vote in Mutare, in Dangamvura. And then after that, she had to make the long drive to go and address a very successful rally that she addressed together with the vice chairperson of the party, Honorable Shizai. We want to appreciate them for that. But I also want to acknowledge the good working relationship that we are now seeing between the people at home, the soldiers on the ground, and the people in the diaspora. I can tell you that in the past 12 months we've seen a lot of improvement, and if that can be maintained, if we can have more citizens, more branches, more provinces coming up and getting twinned, like what VP was saying, with some of these winnable constituencies, we'll be able to see a lot of improvements in terms of our numbers and in terms of resource mobilization. And then even us as individuals, we can still gather, we can still come together. Like I'm hearing here that Diamond is trying to do something for Chirezi. We can do that as individuals. Like myself, I come from Wedza. I've already grouped together a number of people that come from Wedza, and we are starting to mobilize resources for our constituents. So everyone here can do that. It's no longer a question of asking what is Triple C doing. I saw my brother here. I'm not seeing him anymore. Who are saying what is the Triple C doing? What is the leadership of Triple C doing to ensure that we have electoral reforms, or that the situation improves before we get to 2023. I think where we are now, you should be asking yourself, what am I doing? What have I done for my country? What have I done for my constituency? It's no longer a question of President Chamisa. This situation we have, it transcends beyond President Chamisa. It transcends the Triple C as a party. Hence, we now talk of a citizen movement where citizens are now at the center of everything. So it means we are not only at the center of decisions that are being made in Triple C, but we are also at the center of initiating things that we can do to ensure that we are guaranteed a vote in 2023, which means we have to come up with initiatives, we have to come up with suggestions, we have to ensure that the people on the ground are getting what they need, they're getting the resources that they need. You have seen the commitment that is coming from even our VP and from all comrades on the ground. They are prepared to work and they are doing the work. And when we work together, the way we have been working together, diaspora coming in with resources, the people on the ground doing the groundwork, mobilizing, doing door-to-door campaigns, I don't see us not getting the win or the numbers that we need for 2023. But we just need to keep working together. So once again, thank you, VP, and thank you, everyone. Back to you, Patricia.
Thank you so much for that, Mambo Soshe. I think you've covered everything that I would have wanted to say, and also to just say a big thank you to our very hardworking Mama, our VP. She's always on these spaces, and when we come, particularly for us in the diaspora, we are so blessed in that we live in safe environments, and they don't. So these are the soldiers that are on the ground. They are in the forefront of the war, the fight for a better Zimbabwe. They are not doing it just for themselves. They are doing it for the whole of Zimbabwe. As Mambo Soshe said, this transcends CCC. This is about the people of Zimbabwe. Every individual person in Zimbabwe will benefit if the CCC comes into power next year. So thank you so much, Mama. Please rest, and then we will have you back on here again, I'm sure, very soon. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good night, Mama.
Good night. Good night. Thank you so much. Good night, good people. Thank you so much for the support. God bless you.
Thank you, Mama.
Before you come back on co-host, I just wanted to say to Mahachi, is that Mahachi? You mentioned Mwenezi. So Mwenezi East is a big rural constituency, which I'm sure you're aware of, and they too need a vehicle in order to be able to campaign and take back the constituency from ZANU-PF. It's been a stronghold of ZANU-PF because of violence. People are intimidated. People don't go out to vote. I was talking to some of the champions in Mwenezi last week, so I'm in communication with them because some of my family live in Mwenezi, some live in Berengwa. So I have some sort of attachment to Mwenezi. And one of the things that they have asked for is support for 100 polling agents to go and register to vote because they don't have the money. So they would like money to go and register to vote. And they will go and register to vote at the polling stations where they're going to be polling agents. Because it's a rural constituency, it is really large. So they need help. So if you'd like to help, please DM Change Radio. I've tried to DM you, but I can't. Your DM is closed, so I am going to see if I can follow you under my own personal handle, and then I'll see if I can DM you there. But if you can DM, please do DM the radio, and I'd like us to continue this conversation to see if we can build a team of individuals that would like to support Mwenezi East. Thank you. Back to you, co-host.
Thank you so much, Sister Patricia there, and indeed a joyous moment for the Triple C as we are winning. You heard about the Mutasa, Chitungwiza, then Dangamvura. We're still waiting for the Karibas, but definitely I'm sure that we will have a majority again this time around, like what we did with the 20 6 March by-elections. And indeed, the issue of violence is the issue that has been coming up again and again. Everyone is afraid for the raw folks that if we can see violence in Chitungwiza, what does it mean for those who are living in remote areas like Chirezi and things like that? So indeed, it was quite a wonderful discussion. I don't know for how long we'll still be here, but I definitely enjoyed tonight's discussion and hearing the points from the various speakers who came to the podium. So you can give us direction, host, then we'll see where to take it from here, considering that our topic was Shutdown Zimbabwe with ARTUZ Crisis Coalition and ZINASU. And so far what we have discussed was mainly about the by-elections and the victories that we are having. So are we going to touch on the topic as well, or can we say that we just discuss the by-elections and then discuss the topic at another time? Over to you, host.
Thank you so much. And Mambo Shoshe is here as well, so he can give a bit more, shed a bit more light on the shutdown, because he was very keen for us to have speakers tonight. Unfortunately, the speakers were not able to make it, but I think the topical issue today was the by-elections and the results that are coming in. So we sort of shifted that a little bit. I think that we can talk about shutdown tomorrow. I'm actually hearing and reading that George Masendu of Kariba has won. So let me just see if that's correct. So Ellen says, George Masendu Kariba Wadfu has won. Pardon me. We have won 6 out of 8 wards in Kariba, so he has won. We are now waiting for Mount Darwin and Kariba Ward 3. So some good news there keeps coming in. But I think let's do another space for shutdown, because it's important that we can talk about that. And one of the reasons why we need to shut down Zimbabwe is some of the violence that we witnessed today. And as we go towards the elections, that is probably going to worsen. And, Ruka has now left, but one of the questions he asked is, what are we doing? What is the CC doing as a movement? So some of the things that we do is we join up with citizens to participate in some of these peaceful protests. The CCC is not a violent party. We are not going to involve ourselves in violence. Everything that we do is going to be peaceful. The 4th Chimrenga is going to be won via the ballot, like we are doing now. We are going to win it via the ballot. We saw what happened in 2018. President Chamisa had won then, but they used the army to subvert the will of the people, and we cannot let them do that again. So I'll pass over to Mambo Shoshe to speak a bit about shutdown, and then I'll come back to you, co-host, and then maybe we'll finish in 15 minutes time, if that's all right. Thank you.
Mambo Shoshe, over to you. Okay, it looks like Mambo Shoshe might be busy at the moment. So I'll just go and say something about the shutdown. I have seen many questions in the streets. People are always curious about the position of the party on shutdowns and things like that. There are certain causes that we have which are national causes. For example, when there is no transport because the ZUPCO is not serving the nation, everyone is affected. As an ZANU-PF person, we have to look for transport, jump into a lorry, or try to get into some small car to get wherever they call home. If there is no electricity, it is not selective to one person that the Triple C have electricity, then ZANU-PF have no electricity, or vice versa. Or if there is no, if the bread price increases, it affects everyone. Those who are apolitical, who claim that they don't do politics, those who are ZANU-PF, those who are MDC Alliance, despite I heard that in that Manicaland constituency, they were getting zeros. I heard the highest they got was 3 votes. So maybe, including those 3 MDC Alliance people who are in Mutare, they will also be affected if there's no electricity in that ward. So when there is a shutdown, making it partisan will leave out some of the citizens that are supposed to participate in that, because it is affecting everyone. So what we can say is, if there is a shutdown and there are organizers or people who are calling for those things, if citizens participate, they participate because life is difficult for everyone. Poverty knows no party line. It's like COVID, where you can just catch it because you are part of the human population. So instead of asking whether the party has a position or no position on things like shutdowns, we say, if you see other citizens doing something, join the citizens. If you are affected by the transport issue, join the others who are affected by the transport issue. There are times when we need citizen action, where you have to act as a citizen, not just to wait for to be given, to be told that in your house there's no bread. When you wanted to go home, you had no transport. I don't think we should wait just for positions or for advice from certain quarters. If something affects all the citizens should participate in such things. That's what I want to say. I saw that question being asked many times, so I thought maybe I could just help clarify that if it's a citizen thing, let everyone participate. If you are ZANU-PF, if you are MDCA, if you are Triple C, if you are APA, if you are ZANU-Ndonga, if you are ZAPU, if you are Mtwakazi, whatever political banner that you wear, if there is a combined citizen action, we all participate. That's what I wanted to say. So I don't know, Mambo Shoshe, are you now here? Mambo Shoshe is not there. Then change radio over to you. I can see Yellow Town. Yellow Town, you can go ahead. Then we go back to change radio as we wind up.
So I just wanted to emphasize on the issue of national duties participating in national programs. So such like these shutdowns, elections, census, these are common programs for citizens. They are not even, we don't have to wait for such and such political party or what to determine whether there are zoop calls on the road or not, whether you should give pressure to the government to do what it is supposed to do. It is a citizen's be based on a political party or an organization to say, if my organization is not participating, or where are they coming from? Something like that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I don't know any of our speakers, if you would like to speak on the issue of the shutdown before we go back to the host, you can raise your hand. Advocate Munangu, your last words.
Okay, thank you so much, co-host. Yeah, on the issue of the shutdown, I can say I think the shutdown is very good. Actually, as the students, we are the ones who initiated this one, and then we shared the idea, we shared the concept with other unions, the teachers' unions, and the crisis coalition, and everyone embraced us. And we are very proud as the students that we are actually doing what other students of the past were doing, because we all know that all revolutions across the globe were initiated and spearheaded by the students. And as the students of today here in Zimbabwe, we are not of exclusion from that. We cannot put ourselves aside in terms of initiating revolutions. So we are happy that the other organizations and so many people here, we are seeing Change Radio hosting something about the shutdown. So we are so proud about that as the students of Zimbabwe and the Zimbabwe National Students Union. So I'd like to thank you, the Change Radio. I'd like to thank everyone who managed to or who pushed for this space to happen. And we are so proud. And I'm sure that solidarity is the key. So come Monday, we hope that the citizens will listen and the progressive institutions will also take part in conscientizing the citizens on what exactly is it all about. So I'm so excited to have such a discussion with you. It's very unfortunate that we cannot dig down or maybe have some deep interrogations about the topic because of our time, but I commend the efforts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, students, for organizing a national program. You are the youth, and we wish that the event that you organized or the program that you organized becomes a resounding success. Thank you, students. Mahachi, you can go ahead, your last words.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to remind the host, Patricia, please don't forget to contact me. We have a lot of work to do. When you can actually concur with me. Nekachirungu kangu munokonza ndeke kumwenesi kumapurasi kakatosara. We still have a lot of work to do kuti tisimudzire nzvimbo yekwedu. Okay, concerning shutdown, I would like to urge the citizens to do away with fear. You know, what is killing us is fear. Zvimwe zvinhu ngatingobvisa ikakutya kari matiri tibate basa without fear. Zvokuti zvichazoitikei ko ndikazodai, it's nothing. There is no freedom without sacrifice. So panoitika zvinhu zvakadai, rise up, joinewo zvinenge zvichiitwa nevamwe, because zvinotibatsira to go to our freedom, tive neramangwana rakajeka. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahachi, for that solidarity statement. I have DM'd you so that in case you fail to exchange contacts with Change Radio, we'll make sure that you are in touch. So I've sent you a DM. Thank you, Mahachi. Tashinga, your last words.
Thank you, Mr. Host. Just that I never got an answer as to are we going to have a bit of an analysis as to what other constituencies need our support to avoid the rigging, the kind of support that is needed at, is it Mwenezi and Chirezi? The kind of support that is needed in Chirezi should be given to all other similar constituencies. So
Yes,
do we have someone going to analyze and provide some of that information?
So definitely the analysis, as you know, that the party usually engages in what we call a twinning program. Before twinning, a needs analysis is done, and every constituency, whether it needs resources or it doesn't need resources, will be analyzed and allocated a twinning partner, or if it's not twinning, it will be included in the party program, which is going to be supporting constituencies. So definitely, everything that we are doing it through a scientific method, where we have the data, and through the data that we have, we then go ahead and do programs. To show you that analysis is actually being done, you see that VP came here and told you the troubles and the problems of Chirezi, where she was today. That's exactly how all the analysis happens. Remember, she was a guest who was delivering a speech, but she still had a lot. Now imagine the team that is on the ground in Chirezi. If you come from a constituency, you also need to be part of the needs analysis. Analyze what your constituency needs, and then you forward it to the relevant departments, the organizing. If you're in the diaspora, through the diaspora desk or through the various diaspora assemblies and something like that. So indeed, an analysis is going to be done before resources are allocated. And this is an ongoing process, needs change with time. So after maybe resources are provided for t-shirts or something, then you will discover that there's a new need or there's no more need or something like that. So needs analysis is a continuous process. So we don't need to be worried about that. Thank you, Tashinga, for that question. I hope that she answers you. If not, you can DM, then we can engage further. Mambo Shoshe, are you there now? Okay, so Mambo Shoshe is not there. We'll go to DJ Professor. DJ Prof, your last words.
Thank you so much. I don't have much to say from my side, just to say I have had we have had a lot of contributions, and I think to amalgamate all the contributions together is just ensure now we need to work. There's work to be done, and that work need to start, and it need to start now. Actually, it is supposed to start yesterday. So let's work, guys. We had the report from the VP, and she was speaking about the situations that are there. I know that area very much. I had one of the contributors or the speakers there anobva kumwenezi tirive kumaraini kumwe chete ikoko. So I know that those areas very much. Kunoda kushandwa zvokushandwa chaizvo, because what people are just having there kuti munoti kustrong your ZANU-PF, no, because ZANU-PF knows kuti those people, they are marginalized and those people havana zvinhu. So ZANU-PF inongotaimira kuti pamunoti handi ku-election yobva yati 2 kg yesugar, 2 kg yeflour, then yovapa that person 2 kg yesugar ne2 kg yeflour anoitora sechimwe chinhu. A great change in his life. I remember when I was in primary school, taiti tikatosvika pachikoro zviya tichipiwa beans, ndaitokanganwa kana kudzokera kumba because ndapiwa chokudya ipapo pachikoro, zvokutoti kumba unenge uchiziva kuti hakuna chiriko ndikatopiwa bhinzi idzodzidzi ndatorarama. So that's exactly the situation iri nemahouseholds mazhinji. Saka panoda kushandwa kuti vanhu vaoneswe kuti no, this only you can be able to afford this for yourself kana tawana government inoshanda zvakanaka. Those are my last words. I think we'll meet in all different platforms. Kuchange radio chatiwana tichipai information akasiyana siyana and so forth. So that's us, and thank you so much. Mukoma Zhiko.
Thank you so much, DJ Prof. Mambo Shoshe, are you there now? Okay, so it looks like Mambo Shoshe is no longer with us. Over to you, host. You can wind up and close the space. Maybe a song from the DJ after you are done would be good. Thank you. Over to you, host.
Thank you so much, CC Diaspora, for co-hosting and for being a fabulous co-host as always. And to DJ Prof, also thank you so much for having been a co-host. And to all of our speakers that came on and spoke, what an amazing and super day it's been, just hearing that the majority of the wins went to the CCC. We are waiting for 2 to 3 more wards to come in, and I'm sure that by the end of the night, we would have heard some more good news. So we want to say thank you, and that, whilst we had hoped to talk about the shutdown in more detail, we didn't get to do that. I think the student has left who spoke earlier, because we would be very happy to host them to come and talk about the shutdown, because I think it's important that we can galvanize more support for that for Monday. So we always have a call to action before we close our space. And for those in the diaspora, we ask you to get involved, come on these spaces, get involved in the political discourse, tell someone about the CCC, tell someone about the importance of getting involved, about the cause for the fight for change in Zimbabwe. Speak to your own family members, speak to your own networks, donate. We did have a link today for donations, but we always do have a link because we need the money. Some of the challenges and issues that are faced require financial support. And this movement is funded by the citizens, is for the citizens, by the citizens. We do not get a government grant. We do not get anything from other organizations. So it is us who are here on this platform who fund the movement. So we need your support. For those in Zimbabwe, if you've not yet registered to vote, please go and register to vote. There was a voter registration blitz that ended on the 30th of April. I think there's going to be another voter registration blitz. When that comes along, please go. Parents, guardians, please take your 18-year-old children to go and register to vote alongside you, because this is about their future. Remember, those people aged 42 years today, majority of those 42-year-olds have never held a formal job, have never held a pay slip, do not have a pension. Don't underplay pension. It's so important when you're in your 60s and 70s to have some sort of income that will help you look after yourself. And so when you have registered to vote, remember to go and vote. We've been hearing that the numbers were low today, but they were enough to get us a win. For 2023, we need everyone to go and register to vote and to vote in their millions. So thank you so much to all of our.
Thank you so much, colleague. Thank you so much, everyone. So I'm just gonna play a song from our musician Cooksman, from the Cooksman production. Kamboka Chinzikoni Chamisa Achapinda Makatemba.
Chenjeredzo nepenyuro yevanhu ndokwatinodzidzwa nhau dzacho kuchiridzwa